back to Calmsden, and today's video is all about field 12, which is this little field over here, kind of out of the way from our farm. We are today going to mow it, as we are now. Going to make some hay bales off this. Hay in March is maybe a bit sketchy, but that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to get a huge number of bales off, but probably worth doing it as hay for now. We're then going to get this ploughed under and replanted with sugar beets, and the other half of the field, which was sugar beets last year, we're going to seed with grass. So yeah, we're just kind of cycling the field between the two. This size of plot of land gives us more than enough root crops for what we need. I'm toying with the idea that maybe next year we will use one of the open greenhouses and set that to potatoes instead of growing a root crop. I had toyed with the idea, and I probably will put some of those up at the greenhouse area. I'm going to keep developing that area, and I think one or two of those would probably be good. They do seem to produce a lot of crop. So mowing done onto the tedding. Yeah, I've got one on another Let's Play, and I have a single one, and it's generated quite a lot of income in a few months. So maybe two, and we'll just use it to generate some potatoes, Mr. CDP style. But they will be to feed the cows once we get Maize Plus. Hopefully there'll be some news on Maize Plus soon. At the moment it's still going through testing, so yeah, please be patient on that. And the hot weather, I don't know if you're in the UK. Obviously we've had really quite hot weather, but that's also hit in mainland Europe, and I know it's really affected Paul, at least in his ability to get stuff done. Last week I did so little. This week even, yeah, kind of the middle part of the week just gone, I was so unproductive. Recording it, the voiceover for the last Calmsden video was a real battle to get through. I don't know why, but just that heat really made it feel quite tough. Anyway, getting the tedding pretty much finished up. Then we're going to need to windrow and bale, and we're going to try out a different baler today. You will have seen it in the thumbnail probably. And yeah, we're going to give it's the Krone Big Pack a go. It's really cheap, and that means I want to demo it first, just in case there's a reason it's really cheap. I don't remember using it in 19 or seeing it in 19, so yeah. I was really not even aware of it, apart from the fact that I had it installed on here and it cropped up in the sale at an insanely cheap price. Dash count +1, 2, some. They've cropped up at an insanely cheap price, and I was really skeptical that it might be one of those ones that makes funny small size bales, so I ignored it. But we're going to give it a try. It does make normal size bales, so yeah, might be, given that I said I wanted to switch to a square baler, probably will be a good addition to the farm. Don't know if we'll keep the round baler as well. I quite like the round silage bales, and we'd need to buy a new wrapper, so I don't know. It's just that having square hay bales will be easier to stack, I think, particularly as we move to stacking them in that long shed. So yeah, that's kind of where my thoughts are at the moment baler wise. But because the Krone baler is so cheap, I might buy that and keep the round baler. So here we are, speak of the devil, up at the store leasing the Krone Big Pack 120. Cost us £600 to lease, which is kind of a bargain. It's got pretty low horsepower requirement, so yep. Let's get the headlands baled, and then we can row up the body of the field. I am recording this the day after FarmCon started, so Friday, because I'm a bit behind again. And yes, some big news. Shocker. What? Vermeer are joining the name. Didn't see that coming. Didn't see that coming at all. Unless you saw the trailer that Epic Games released early. I am pretty excited. Pumped's not a me word. I'm pretty excited about the Vermeer Pack. The self-propelled baler looks really cool. The straw blower looks really cool because it looks like it's got something to pick bales up on it, which would be brilliant. And we've got a mower and a windrower. The rake windrower, I kind of like that style of windrower compared to this style. So yeah, pretty excited about that. And then we've got pumps and hoses, not pumps and hose. That is a completely different topic and won't let me monetize it. Pumps and hoses, creative mesh. The mod itself looks awesome. The idea is brilliant. Umbilical slurry pumping, updates to the BGA, all sounds really good. The things I am skeptical about, because it's a DLC, will the code be encrypted and locked so that modders can't make use of it? From my point of view, with the modding I do, I'm really interested in the changes to the BGAs they're making, and I would like to include those in my mods. And then for the guys that do all the cool, clever 3D stuff, you know, it would be nice for them to be able to model other brands of umbilical system. So yeah, I'm hoping that it's not a locked one, and a bit like, guess it depends, because it's a paid one, it probably will be. The AGI pack, Giants released a developers kit for free on the Giants Developer Network. So you can go download that, and you know, you could, if you wanted to make something that made seed, you could look at how they do that in the org that treats seed, for example. But because it's a paid one, I think it might be encrypted. And then we come on to the other thing. It's €18 for a mod pack. Now, I don't doubt these guys have put a lot of work into it. But now I'm just guessing with numbers. My mods get, about, I'm not sure actually, but total downloads, I've got about 300,000 downloads total for my mods. Okay, precision farming in FS19, Giants had over 1 million downloads of. I'm guessing there will be, it's different because it's paid, but you can do the maths. That's a shitload of money. And €18 for a mod pack feels excessive. I'm trying to think of a nice word. It feels excessive to me. I'm sorry, Creative Mesh, I doubt you watch my stuff anyway, but €18 feels like the wrong price point. That feels like you are taking the piss. When I saw the pricing, because I didn't get to see the stream live, I saw the pricing and I went, oh well, clearly the Vermeer Pack is the paid third-party DLC, and the pumps and hoses is part of the season pass, because they wouldn't charge £18 or euros for a mod. But I was wrong, and I'm really annoyed because I'm gonna have to pay that because it looks freaking awesome. But the price just is stupid. I hope this is not a trend. If we are getting into the world of paid mods, it is a mod. I don't care that they're labeling it as a DLC. It's a mod. It's created by a modding team. It's a mod. It's my opinion, sorry. Why should Creative Mesh be able to charge €18 for their mod when every other modder that makes mods for Farm Sim cannot charge for their mods? It is against Giants' terms of service to charge for mods, like Agritonho is doing, and charging for their mods through Patreon. That is against Giants' terms of service. That in theory means you can't use Giants tools to create those mods, so I'm guessing they're not using Giants Editor anymore. But yeah, so it's okay for Creative Mesh to charge for a mod because it's a DLC and they've done it with giants, it's not okay for anyone else to charge for a mod. And I'm sure, you know, this map must have taken as many hours to create as pumps and hoses. Maze Plus, with the farming agency guys that I am associated with, they've put huge amounts of hours into that. They're not going to charge 18, they're not able, if they want to release on ModHub, to charge 18 euros per download. Just frustrates me. If you like other modders' mods, support them. Not mine. I mod because the mods that I make are mods that I want. They don't take lots of my time, and the compensation that I get from ModHub is probably in line with the amount of time that I spend on something. Excuse me. The amount of time that a group like the farming agency put into building Maze Plus, the compensation from ModHub is not representative of the effort. So it's totally unsolicited by them, and I think it goes for any modder that you really like. If they've got a PayPal or whatever, drop them a pound, dollar, couple of pounds, dollars, what, a tiny amount, you know. It will, they will really appreciate it. I know from the tutorials that I do, when people use to buy me a coffee, and they buy me a coffee which is, you know, I think it's set at £5, something like that. Makes my day when I open up my email and I see that there, because it shows that people appreciate it and do the same for modders. I have, and I will continue to, for mods that I really like and that change the game for me. But for me, 18 euros is a bit rich. Anyway, let's get back. That's enough of a rant. Apologies if you don't like it when I rant. This is my platform to voice my opinion on things, so I will. Anyway, we have the planter on. I was originally going to put it on the Challenger because it's fun to drive. Then I realized it could take fertilizer, so I thought we'll stick it on the case because we can put the fertilizer bin on the front, and it's all hooked up nicely because I think you can use the manufacturer that makes the planter makes a front box, so it's all hooked up nicely. But it doesn't seem to use any. Now, I don't know if I am. There's a problem with the edge of the field because it's not been scanned for some reason when I scanned the rest of it. Don't know why. So we've released the scanner and I'm getting that scanned, but I do not know why I could not get it to apply fertilizer. The only thing that I can think, and I maybe didn't pay attention when I check it in a bit, is that I've disabled it in Proceed. So Proceed lets you turn fertilization off, and I don't think it will show with how quickly it will flash up when I open Proceed up. I don't know if I've got fertilization turned off in Proceed, but it just means we're going to have to come back and apply fertilizer. It's not the end of the world. We could next game day bring the slurry tanker over and get some slurry or some digestate on here, or we can just spread some solid fert. We've got lots of it knocking about from the contracts that we did. It's not a big problem. It just confused me. And when I was recording it, it didn't occur to me that I might have disabled. Well, it did obviously because I checked Proceed, but I wasn't really paying attention. So yeah, I need to check. Maybe I've got it disabled in Proceed. The cocklinger, which we use to do the grass, doesn't have fertilizer anyway. And when I used the horse, we didn't put fertilizer in it, which might be the problem because I might have switched off fertilization in Proceed then. Anyway, sugar beets going in again. As I said, probably next year we will switch to one of the open greenhouses and run that with potatoes, and use that for our root crop feed for the cows. And I still have the idea of putting an open pasture on field 8 at the moment. We just don't need it. We have enough capacity in the shed, and we're producing more than enough food that I'm not worried about turning them out onto a field to simulate them grazing and us not feeding the younger ones while they mature. So yeah, that's where we are with the cows. I don't think I want to do any other animals on here. The only thing that I'm still torn on pigs. I really want to test it, or at the very least look at the numbers again. As I've said in a couple of videos, you can buy pig food really cheap now. You've got the farm supply pack, which lets you buy 5,000 litres of pig food for about £1,000, I think. And there are some options for cheap pig food production as well. And so I'm curious about doing pigs on here. Obviously I'm doing sheep on Greenlands. The other option would be chickens. And some of the big chicken facilities are quite interesting. If you're on Discord, you will have seen that I posted a picture of a farm that I put together on Bloomfield, I think it is, the Canadian map, which has 2 of the big chicken, not the big ones, but the big one. So it's one that holds 1,500 chickens. Just looking at this guy as an option for a feeder tractor. Yeah, so when's this coming out? This is coming out Saturday. Okay, so there is a chance that, so the reason I built that farm is I am considering streaming over the next week in the evenings. Those of you that pay attention will know that I have a week off and my family are away, something they do every year. And so I might stream in the evenings. I'm not committing to it yet. I don't know. I might do it. Quick thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Thank you for your support. And so I was building a farm on the Canadian map that's on ModHub, where I am planning to look at doing chickens and cows. And I'm wondering whether we might branch into chickens on here, but I think if you're going to do chickens, you need to do chickens big scale. So yeah, I would maybe be looking at one of those, which I think it holds 1,500 chickens, but it's 85 grand. So yeah, speaking of 85 grand, because it happens to be roughly the price of, so I was looking at that Massey drop nose. Yesterday for me, Giants released the 5M, the John Deere 5M. I want that tractor on here. It will be a perfect replacement for the little John Deere we have as a feeder tractor, and because it goes to 120 horsepower, it'll be a great little field working tractor as well, and it can have a front loader on it. So yeah, really want to get that on here. I have so many things I want to buy. Anyway, I am going to say thank you for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click the like button, leave me a comment, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you next time on Calmsden.